Hey there, what's up? Now, in this lecture, we are going to focus primarily on the earning potential of this system. So let's get started. Now, this is Sedo.com. Sedo.com is the place where you can buy domain names and you can sell domain names. And most of the domain names that are sold here are premium domain names. So I'm going to show you the kind of money that premium domain names can actually make you. Now, let me remind you that Sedo is not the only place where you can sell your domain name. There's afternick.com, there's GoDaddy auctions, there's flippa.com. Now, whatever place you choose to sell your domain names on, the prices are going to be very high. And this example, this lecture is actually going to demonstrate that. So let me show you what kind of money you can actually get for your domain names. Let's start with the .com domain names. Now, these are the available .com domain names that Sedo is selling as on date. Take a look at the first one here. This is going for a huge 7-figure amount. The second one, same case, 4k.com. The third one, files.com, is again going for a 7-figure amount. Now, pretty much all the domain names that are listed here are going for a lot of money. If you scroll down, you would see that you would not find a single domain name that is selling for a very low price. Yes, of course, there would be some domain names that are not of very high quality and they are probably going for maybe $400, $500, or even $2,000, $2,500. But then also, that is some serious money if you consider the fact that it is possible to grab these domain names for less than $100 each. Okay? Now, I will be talking about how to grab those domain names later. Let us first focus on the kind of money that this system can actually make you. Can you even think of this like you have a domain name that is going for 7 figures and probably you have 10 such domain names. You can sell all of them on Sedo.com and you probably would not have to worry about doing anything else for your family or for yourself for the rest of your life. You can just take the money and keep it in your bank and it's going to keep making you money for the rest of your life. Come on, this has some really serious potential. Remember, I told you that this system is capable of earning you millions of dollars in my first lecture, and that's exactly what this specific page proves, okay? Now, these are mostly .com domain names, barring a few. There is a .de domain name here, but most of them are .com domain names. Now, let's go and check out the .net domain names. By the way, if you want to check this out yourself, what you can really do is you can sign up on Sedo.com. I have an account on Sedo, and inside this box, there is something called extensions. You can click on this, and that is going to take you to this page where you can actually select the domain name extension. For example, in this case, you can see I have selected .net, and that is going to give you the .net domains that are available on Sedo.com at this point in time. Now here you can see these domain names mostly have this option called make offer. Now what that means is whoever bids the highest amount is actually going to win this domain name. Don't ever think that these domain names are being sold for just a few $100s. Let me scroll down and let me show you what I mean by that. Now you can see at the bottom of this, there is one domain name that is having a fixed price. This does not have a flexible price, and this is being sold for 10,000 US dollars. That is still a lot of money. So these domain names are actually going to go for more than $10,000 each. Now let me also remind you something here. Let me go back to the .com page. Here on the .com page, you can see that there is this section called price, there is traffic, there's bids. Don't worry about traffic. Traffic actually is the kind of traffic that this specific domain name is generating as a parked page. I'm going to talk about that later. Don't worry about this. This actually does not really matter much. But what really matters is the number of bids that each one of them have. For example, the first couple of them have 7 bids, 50 bids, 15, 29, 24. This one has 217 bids. So there are actually a lot of people out there who are willing to spend a lot of money on these domain names. And these bids actually tell you that. And you would find the same scenario in .net domain names. And let's go to the .org domain names also. This is the .org page. These are the .org domain names that are going out now. And you would see here, this domain name is being sold for close to $10,000. This one is like 36,150 GBP. That is a hell lot of money. And once again, this one is going for $95,000. Can you imagine the kind of money these domain names can actually make you? The potential is truly limitless. Once again, here also you would see the bids are very high. So, what this means is, if you have a premium quality domain name, which is in the .com extension, you are actually sitting on a gold mine. However, if you do not have the .com, if you probably have a .net or even a .org, you can still make a lot of money. Okay? Now I'm going to go into another section called .de. Now many of you would probably not be aware of the fact that .de is actually the top domain name extension for Germany. German websites mostly use .de domain extensions. So these are the .de domain names that are being sold here. The first one here is going for 490,000 euros. The second one, that is again a seven-figure money. So these are also selling for very high prices. Once again, the bids here you can see like 217 bids, 370 bids, 463 bids. I mean, the potential is really limitless. Millions of dollars can be made by just flipping a few domain names. Now, this is what the potential of this system is. You can really make millions of dollars. Now, you must be wondering, how on earth can you actually grab such domain names and keep them to yourself and then flip them for profits? Let me demonstrate using an example here. Now here on name.com, which is a very popular domain name registrar, I have typed in itraveling.com. Now, even though iTraveling does not really make a lot of a sense, the word traveling is very attractive, is very lucrative, and a lot of people are looking for the word traveling in their domain names. So I just put in this letter I here and I decided to check this out. Now this domain name is being sold for $26,220 on name.com. Now this premium quality domain name can be yours if you are ready to spend this kind of money, $26,220. Now let me tell you something here, friends. Most of the domainiers or domain jackers or domain flippers, whatever you wish to call them, people who invest in domain names and make money using domain names, actually do this. They go to name.com or godaddy.com or whatever other registrar, and then they grab the premium quality domain names that are available for the prices at that point in time. For example, if someone wanted to have this domain name, he would actually buy this domain name for this exact same price that you can see here. And then that person is actually going to keep that domain name with himself for a couple of months or maybe a couple of years, and finally sell that domain name again on cedar.com or whatever other marketplace for super high profit margins. The point here is, it is possible to own premium quality domain names, but the biggest problem is you need to have deep pockets. Okay? And that is actually the conventional way of doing it. Now, here if you check out the .com domain names, the bids that you see here, 7 bids, 50 bids, 15 bids, 29 bids, all these bids are not from business owners who want to set up websites using these domain names. Many of these bids are actually from domain flippers and domain owners. What these people are trying to do is, they are trying to grab these domain names for the prices they are available for right at this point in time, because they know that the prices are going to go up. For example, if this domain name ltv.com is being sold for 689,000 US dollars, if a domainier wants to buy this, he knows that this price is going to go up in a few months because prices are always on the rise. So he would basically invest this money and he would buy this domain name and keep it to himself and later flip this domain name for double the money that he actually paid for it. So that is the conventional way of doing it. Cedar.com or whatever other marketplace has a lot of domainiers, and these domainiers actually buy the premium quality domain names for the premium prices that they are being sold for. So one thing is established, this thing has serious earning potential, but you need to have deep pockets, right? Now, a lot of us, especially those of us who are just foraying into this business, who are just going to start this business of domain flipping, might not have such kind of money, $20,000, $25,000 and stuff like that. That does not mean this business is not for you. I am going to show you my sneaky little tricks for getting such premium quality domain names for less than $100 each domain name. Okay, you can get those domain names, you can keep them for yourself, you can create websites around those domain names, or if you want, you can actually sell them and you can make huge profits. Now, I'm not going to talk about profits anymore because you have already seen the kind of money that you can make using this system, right? The point here is you need to check out the system, and in my system, I'm going to show you my personal tricks for getting such high quality domain names for super cheap prices, and then you can make as much money as you want. So are you excited? I'm really excited. Let's go check out those systems, and I'll see you in my next lecture. Thank you.